All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all honor, all glory, and all even praise to our power and Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us the truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the sincere Akim, laboring in this truth, preaching, teaching, and believing on the name Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the men, women, and children that believe on the name Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And I want to go back into this real quick. Do a quick little part two, right? For Zephaniah 1 in verse 10, and it says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there should be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Because the point I was making in the first lesson was that the Strait of Hormuz is closed, and I wanted to bring out the rest of that information from the Chat GPT about why this is going to be that howling from the fish gate. And this ain't going to be long. I just want to grab it real quick. So I read that, and now let's get it. It says, I'm going to start again from the top. It says the Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important shipping routes in the world. It's a narrow waterway between Iran and Oman that connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman in the open ocean. If it gets closed or blocked, it affects several major things globally. Oil prices, right? I read that in the first video. About 20% of the world's oil supply moves through this strait every day. If ships can't pass, oil supply drops and prices usually skyrocket. What that means for people: gas prices go up, diesel and jet fuel prices rise, heating costs increase, global economy, higher oil prices cause what? Inflation. Things become more expensive, stock market instability, slower economic growth worldwide. Exports warned it could trigger a global economic shock if it stays closed long enough. So this is finna cause an economic global shock because it's gonna stay closed for a while. It says, and Lord willing, it says natural gas supply, huge amounts of liquefied natural gas also pass through the strait, especially exports from Qatar. If the route closes, gas shortages could hit parts of Asia and Europe. Shipping and trade, many cargo ships pass through there. Closing, it means shipping routes get longer and more expensive, delays for goods, higher prices for products around the world, military tension because it's so important. Closing it could trigger naval blockades, military intervention, wider war in the Middle East, and we definitely want that wider war in the Middle East as the Heavenly Father prepares the way for these nations to go to war. Right, this Third World War is coming quickly. It says, in simple terms, if the Strait of Hormuz closes, it mainly affects oil and gas supply, gas prices at the pump, global trade, the world economy, and that's exactly what we want. And that's just enough to crash the system. So I'm gonna read the verse again. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 10. It shall come to pass that day, in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Why? Because this system is getting ready to crash. America's getting ready to go down. And we got to continue to seek Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and pray that the Heavenly Father keep us in the times that this world is coming into. So with this, I pray and hope this lesson was edifying. I'm going to end giving all honor, all glory, and all praise to our power. And Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the sincere Akim, laboring in this truth, preaching, teaching, and believing on the name Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Until the next time I say, Kwam Yashala, Shalom.